Hello and welcome to Chicken's Kitchen, and this week I'm going to be cooking a tasty cottager's pie. Yes, now there's two recipes for the cottager's pie, one with cheese and one without. I'm going to be doing the without cheese, and of course cottager's pie should never ever get confused with shepherd's pie, because one is made with beef, like this beef here, and the other is made with lamb, like the lambs in the field over there. So without further ado, I'm going to be getting on chopping this onion and this carrot. Yes! Helping me chop the carrots and onions and doing the general dog's body work, I've got Will. Hi, Will.
Hi everyone. I'm going to be helping Chicken make his cottager's pie, and yeah, it should be good, shouldn't it? It's a bit quiet.
Now, everybody's always asking me about my recipes, so this is my recipe book here. Let me walk you through it, and maybe we can find my cottager's pie recipe. Oh, a carrot and coriander soup. There's an original cottage pie, but it took too long. Chicken's leeking mushroom. Katsu curry. Oh yeah, got lots of recipes. Let's have a look. Garlic and rosemary. Balsamic rooted pork fillet. A Balti chicken. Let's have a look. Oh, here we are. Easy cottage shepherd's pie. And this is what we'll be working from today. Now, we've chopped the onions. We've got the carrot. Now we just need to chop the garlic. We can see that's softened very nicely, and I think it might be time to add the garlic. I've added a full bulb of garlic, and that might not be to everyone's taste, but we are afraid of vampires in this house, so we can never be too careful. Plus it's tasty and very good for you. Great for the skin. Oh yes, that's cooking nicely. It's time to add the beef. 500 grams of beef. There we go. Let's get that in there. It's a good mix. Now, you do want to wait until all the beef has browned before you carry on, but straight after this I'll be taking you to the next step. It's going well. Yes. Very well. Cottager's pie. We need to add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Blop. Blop. A good dash, a big dash of Worcester sauce. Then we add our 500 mils of beef lamb stock. And then of course we give that a good mix in. And this is the bit where you can add some herbs. Now, I'm fond of herbs, and I always wonder which ones I should put in. So I've decided on 4 herbs for this dish. My first one, get me my herbs. My first one is, yes, rosemary. Surprise. So just a dash of rosemary. And then pinch of some sage. Oh, what on earth are you doing with sage in a pie? You'll see. Not to forget the oregano, which is also a nice herb. That goes in there. And finally, just in time, it's a pinch of thyme. It is, after all, a cottager's pie, and so we need it to taste like it's been made at a cottage. Now, where else would you find such lovely herbs like thyme and rosemary and sage if not in a lovely, lovely cottage garden? Oh, it smells wonderful already. It's going to sit for, well, no, it's not going to sit, it's going to bubble for about 40 minutes, which gives us time to get on with our potatoes. Now it's really bubbling away there. We're going to turn that down to a nice simmer. And we're going to put a lid on it for 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes time, we'll take the lid off and let it go on for a further 20 minutes. So, chicken time. 20 minutes on the clock, please. "20 minutes on the clock." There we go. So we'll pop back and see how that's doing. In the meantime, let's prepare those potatoes. So the potatoes are all chopped into chunks and they're ready to boil. So while that mix over there for the actual cottager pie is cooking, we'll get the potatoes on. We'll put them on that back ring there. And we'll just add a little bit of salt. And they should be boiled up in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, it's coming close to taking the lid off and letting our mix simmer down for another 20 minutes. Everything's in 20 minutes. Well, that's the first 20 minutes over with, so what we're going to do is, we're going to take this lid off. Take that lid off, please. Well, it looks like our mix has boiled down quite nicely and gone to a lovely firmer texture. Let's have a little taste, shall we? Delicious. And our potatoes boiled and ready for mashing. It's time to construct the pie. Let's get constructing. What we need here is 85 grams of butter. And there's 85. And then we need to add that to our potato mix. Get it in there. Give it a bash around and let it get it melted nice. And now my favourite bit, to crush the potatoes. I'm going to be using this Pyrex dish because it will need to go in the oven afterwards. I've added some milk to the potatoes now. Look at that lovely creamy potato and buttery potato for the topping. And now, on with the meat. Cottage pie. Now that will just need to go in the oven before eating, of course, for about 20 to 25 minutes on 180 Celsius. Or if you freeze it, you can put it on 180 in for about an hour 20. So it makes a nice second lunch from the freezer. But that's going to be for tonight's dinner, when I'm going to be inviting my friend Impley to join me. And so join me back later and I'll pop that in the oven and I'll show you the finished results. But I'm very pleased with it. I've used the fork at the end to make these grooves and ridges because I quite like a crispy topping. And once that's been in the oven and gone nice and brown, it gives it a little bit of a crunch. And I do like that. It's a bit chippy-like. But overall, very pleased. So join me later and we'll get this back out and put it in the oven and have some dinners. Well, it's the end of the day and it's actually tea time. So we've got the oven on and we hope to pop it in the oven shortly and our guest will be arriving and he'll give us a lowdown of what he thinks of the cottager pie. Well, it's time to pop it in the oven, and I'd suggest about 30 to 40 minutes personally, because I like to go for the very crispy top. And so we'll pop that in the oven now and wish it a fond bake well. And here we have it, our finished product, a golden brown pie of the Cottager's variety. And my guest's arrived, so it'd be rude to keep him waiting. Let's get in there and cut a slice out and see what he thinks. Well, here he is, my guest. It's Impley. Hello, Impley.
Hi, chicken.
Are you enjoying the sunset there?
Oh, it's beautiful. I've been really enjoying it.
But what about this? My beautiful pie, golden crisp on top, fluffy potato. It's a beef one, you know.
Smells beautiful and looks amazing.
Oh, would you like a slice?
I'd love one.
Let's get it dished out. Without further ado, my cottager's pie. Well, that seemed to go down well. What do you think, Impley?
Delicious.
Was it tasty?
Really tasty.
I really enjoyed it, and it looked like Inston liked it too. So that's it for me. I mean, I've made my pie, and now I'm going to lying it. But I'll be back with more recipes. I don't know. I'll probably cooking something that I fancy on the day. Maybe something sweet like a cake or a rice pudding. I don't know. But for me today, and and do remember, if you want to catch up with all my latest recipes, find me on CFAX and Teletext. Just look for the chicken page. So for me, chicken does cooking, and cooking with chicken, or whatever I've decided to call this pilot. Thanks for watching, and bon appetit.
The sky's turned green.